um, just bring out um, that woman, we're beautiful. But also I wanted to bring out our health. Um, and so as we are soaring, so I am trying to put everything in one, so bear with me. So we're just going to keep in mind beautiful you, because a lot of times we're just infused in helping others and taking care of others that we forget ourselves, we neglect ourselves. And it's not intentional, but somehow because we're so busy doing different things, we end up neglecting ourselves. And God for especially if you have children. So for those who are caregivers or they have children, I noticed that that can happen more, um, where we're just taking care of everybody else and not taking that time to take care, especially of our health. And so even if we take care of our outer appearance sometimes, we don't take care of our health. So it's both. Some of us will take care of our health or are a little bit more keen with our health, and we give up our appearance. We may spend a lot of time on our appearance, and due to time and constraints, we don't take care of our health. But I want to just draw to us that we need to do that. So actually, I really want to speak to um, all of us, but more so the male if they're here, and persons that are being taken care of. In that, if you have a sister, make sure you're reaching out to your sister and like, sis, did you do your physical? I'm very big on annual wellness check, very big. Um, did you do your wellness check this year? Did you go to the doctor just to check and make sure you're okay? Because you don't want to wait until you're sick to know certain numbers, you know. Um, and that's because I'm a nurse and a lifestyle coach. So this is one of my little pet peeve too. But and that's for anyone. But just reaching out to help us be those beautiful women and those um, just to be there to remind us, because um, it is good not just to wait until you're ill to go to the doctor. A matter of fact, if you know that you have some borderline stuff and you take care of them, even just in dieting and exercising, or it could be just relational, um, in that I need someone to talk to. I hope that light is not bothering you guys too much. I need someone to talk to. Hold on. Hope if you guys not seen everything on whiteboard. Anyway, pray for them. It's a long list. But anyways, just someone to talk to. A lot of times if we have someone just to talk to, it will help a lot, right? It will help you get through that hard time you're going through. It will help you even rethink, because sometimes, even just earlier this week, I think it was Monday, I was so much was going on, and I was able to meet with a business colleague. And as I, just kind of, I wasn't really frustrated, but I was loaded. So as I emptied everything, and he was like, so, okay, so what do you want us to do for you? And I was like, what can you do for me? Anyways, all this is going on. It's like, I understand. And, as I, as he said, okay, well, we can do this, this, and this, but I know you have to go and take care of your mom. So do you have time? And that just helped me process as I was there. Yes, all this is going on. Yes, it was good to speak to somebody who had some knowledge of, what was going on in that kind of area. But then two was like, do you have time to even start doing anything? And I was like, no, I don't, because my mom is priority right now. And again, not only the male, but another woman to woman or a child to a mom, just making sure that we're just reaching out to just give them a little pause and a little recognition and especially as it relates to their health. And as I was saying, that it's a lot on, even just talking, just giving them a little time just to talk with them can help um, so much. All right. So I'll probably do it at the end, but I didn't know you already had an opening song. But I have my beautiful daughter that somewhere before I finish, I'll have her sing the song Fear You Don't Own Me. I'm gonna go a little bit into, as I was talking about, just having someone to talk to. And sometimes just having someone to talk to can just guide you, recalibrate you, so that you can get more help in doing whatever you'll be doing afterwards. I'm sorry, I'm in Arizona. I have a lot of sun and I love the sun. So wherever I turn my camera, you're gonna see a lot of sun. So I hope I'll just leave it where it is. I hope too much glare is not coming your way. All right. But I'm going to read something I heard a lot when I was growing up in Jamaica. And for anyone who knows it, that would be nice to recite it, because we used to recite a lot of stuff. And it's called Heights by Great Men. Reach and Kept. Where is it? And I just want you to listen to it. It says, heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward through the night. And this was written by Mr. Longfellow, Henry Longfellow. And yeah, I see that's my, poem in there. We're talking about soaring and sowing. But this came out to me when I saw that topic, because for us to soar, we have to sow. And, again, we often sow in many different areas and sow into others. But I'm just saying it again, help us to soar into ourselves. Those around us, help us to soar into ourselves. Because a lot of times, because we are sowing into everybody else's lives, we fail to sow into ourselves. And we were talking about the topic was taken from Proverbs 31, and we know it's a virtuous woman. Many times that happens to virtuous women. We're so used to, or we're just in this fix of being well to do, being effective in everything. But again, I am calling for those who are around us to help sow in us, sow back into us, but also just ensure that we are taking care of ourselves. That reminder, because again, we will tend to put ourselves on the back burner for someone else. All right. Some of the things that will keep us from being the most beautiful person we can be, all right? Because we are beautiful, you are beautiful, is fear. Fear, it could be fear of the past mistakes in different areas. It could be fear of the unknown. So yes, it might be fear of the past, fear of the present, or even the future, many different things. And just having a lot of time someone else there, for most people, I know some people might be different, but for most people, just having someone coming alongside them and just letting them know that they care, they care. And as I said, they care for their health. They have someone to talk to. Or sometimes I like to send devotions, and I like to really, that's a ministry I used to do from when I was a young person. It's just text people once a week or twice a week and say, hi, how are you doing? you know, because people need that. And when someone truly knows that you're not just saying hi, how you doing as a formality, like we do a lot at church, you know, how we doing, happy Sabbath, how you doing? And everybody's like, oh, I'm okay, you know. For whatever reason, it might be that we told somebody something and then the whole newscast got it, or whatever it might be. But you know, just knowing, somebody knowing that you actually are there, and um you know, just having that. So just be there for someone. It could be fear for whatever reason. And, you know, um, it could be um just real things that are happening. Sorry about the arms. Real situations that they're going through. And just praying with someone can do, or even just letting them know you're praying for them can be such a benefit to that person, because it can cause them just to pause in that business of life. And you know, a lot of times I'm big on behavioral health, I'm big on mental health. You know, a lot of times if we have someone that's genuine, as friends or even as good associates, thank you for putting that in. Yes, I so love that. You know, it will help you. And I like to say behavioral health before it turns mental health, because what happened is the enemy of souls, and as Sister White said, the battle is after the mind. What will happen is things will just continue to compile. And as they compile, and they become overwhelmed, that's where that um, sadness or that hopelessness can come in, or that extra heavy burden can come in on our lives. And you know, because we're looking at women, you know, we tend to, a lot of times, I'm not saying other persons don't, but again, that busyness, that priority for the kids, or the parent, or the younger siblings, or even the older siblings, for whatever reason, you don't get to take care of your mental health. And mental health is not just when you reach that that edge where you're suicidal, or when you're depressed, or when you're excessively anxious. For me, mental health is starting on those low waves. And so again, you know, talk therapy, just having somebody solid. And I think, you know, for me personally, if I meet somebody like, you know, and I can feel that they're a genuine Christian person, I will unload. I don't tell everybody everything, but if you call me in that point, and I'm saying this because I'm kind of aggravating Sister Anel. If you call me in that point where I'm overly stressed, I'm gonna let it out. In that I'm like, you know, pray for me because this is going on. Not necessarily because I know, and this is because I know the power of prayer. And so even as I'm saying this, I want to draw all of our attention to not only the power of prayer, but the purpose of prayer. And so many times we have all these burdens, and we have no one to listen for different reasons, and we have no one to offload them to. But we have a friend in Jesus, and we have a Father who calls us. He said, come, let us reason together. And a lot of times, because as humans, we think people don't understand our struggles, people are going to tell somebody else our struggles, we just keep those to ourselves. But we're not made to do that. We're made to take it first to God and to unload it to Him. And so, as the Bible tells us, come, let us reason together. You know, yes, it's our sin, but He doesn't only want to hear our sins. He want to hear, how is your day going? And you know, we can be so totally honest with God, it's crazy, you know. And so you can just tell Him straight up, this is what's going on, and you can find rest in Him. You can find that rest. And I'm telling you, I know for a fact, I've, you know, so much have been thrown at me lately that, you know, I really had to say, listen, God, like, give me a sound mind, because I know, although you have allowed it, the enemy intent is to break my mental help. And so you have to be true with yourself at times, because if we're not, then we when we finally come to, we're so overwhelmed that it's almost, we feel like it's impossible to get that help. So again, how much time do I have? I think I should be wrapping up. Again, I'm here just to say, especially to our ladies, to all of us, that um, you're beautiful. God created us beautiful. Um, he requires our beauty from inside, because as I was listening to the discussions earlier, and it's true, if we're beautiful inside, it's going to radiate on the outside. And we should put ourselves together and everything, but that beauty that's inside should be an aroma that comes out and enhance the outside beauty that we have. And when that happens, that will rub off and also attract others to us. And so hopefully we're able to get that support we have as we give it to others. But I also want to encourage us that we should take that support, because we get so busy that sometimes even if we're getting the support, we don't have time to fit it in. So one of the main reasons I want to say before I transition into anything is take those help that the Lord has sent us, because not only you are being a help to someone else, but we are created that way. So let us take the help that we can, ensure that we are just pausing and, taking care of ourselves before things get too overwhelmed, because it become overwhelming, because then it's a little bit harder to take care of. And sometimes some people, depending on how their personality is, they'll probably even draw back because of just closing down from so much pressure. But I just wanted to, because I love natural stuff, just to throw this out so we can take our little time and enjoy ourselves, or make ourselves a little more beautiful. Teas, for those of you who like teas, chamomile is a nice tea. Once in a while, you may need to just make a cup of tea. If you can, if for others who can make a cup and offer it to somebody else, that is nice. And I just want to say this, this just came to my mind as I said tea. So I create my own blend and make, and I have this friend that is a supporter. All right. So she'll buy my different blends. I make a lot of different blends for different things. And so she's a mom, she's a wife. If I call her now, I'm going to say, can I do this? And she's going to say yes, without even checking her schedule. So I'm just saying to say that she overbooked herself for almost all, well, she's been much better. She overbooks herself because she's just a giver. And I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I said, listen, we got certain things back, and I just literally drove to her house. And I'm like, I'm staying at can I stay at your house tonight? And she's like, yeah. And I just stayed, woke up in the morning, well, from the night, and I just started making her teas for her. And I'm like, you have a coffee cup, just fill it and go, because she's always on the run. And so I'm saying this to say that that was a big help for her, because she had it made and all she had to do was to just drink it, which just reaching out to her that way helped her so much. Again, because she's a person who's helping 1,000,001 people all the time. So, I'm just saying, just little things like that we can do for our friends, we can do for our church member, we can do for somebody that we know that is going through. And I'm not saying everybody will be receptive of it. Most people will, but it's a rare person who might not. But, we do have those people. But 10 minutes, I'll be done in 10 minutes. Okay, great. So making a cup of chamomile tea for your family members, as we're saying, we're talking about a female, if that's doable, you can do that. I love red rooibos, and red teas that are only grown in Africa. So if that's something, just something relaxing, something nice, that's something you can make, or even buy for certain people that we can't. And the other thing will be just something you can do for yourself. What do you call it? It's not a full face, it's a facial scrub, but you can just use what you have in your house. I'm big on that. So just gonna say that real quick, top up, and then we'll close out with that song. You can just get like a salt glow, a salt scrub, and just add, wash your face with some warm water and just literally rub your face in a circular motion with the salt and water. Just avoid your eyes and wash it off with some warm water. And if you have oatmeal is very soothing for the skin. If you're into that, you can just blend it up, put a little water on it, and make a mask on your face. And that's literally less than 10 minutes that for you taking care of your beautiful self. And when it's done, you're gonna feel nice. So it's not only just looking good, it's also feeling good, because that's a part of feeling beautiful. Because there's some people that are genuinely beautiful, but they don't feel beautiful. So I'm gonna go it over back again. um, Salt, just sea salt, regular cooking salt. Just make sure you don't get it in your eyes, and just wash your face initially with some warm water, and then you just put your hand in the salt and just literally kind of start from here and just go around and just leave your eyes out, because the salt, you don't want it in there, but really rub that in, wash it off. And then if you can just even just do that salt one, and you literally feel that relief, for lack of a better word. And then if you have oatmeal, you can blend the oatmeal, make like an oatmeal powder, because oatmeal is very healing to the skin. And it would just put a little bit of water in there and put it on, and just leave it until it dries. So in your oatmeal mask, you can, if you have calendula, you can add into that, but I always start low, because you just use what you have. You might, most likely, if you're not allergic to oat, you will have some, but you can put some calendula in that. You can put some chamomile in that. Some people are big on lavender, I'm not. And just really just put that in your mask, keep it for like 10 minutes, wash it off, because again, we don't have time, but you can do that little thing for yourself. Okay. All right. We'll just pause there, and again, just wash it with cold water at the end. You can wash it off with some warm water, but finish it with some cool water just to close your pores, pat dry it, and listen to me, you will literally feel that. And you can do that within 5 minutes. So it's not something that's too long, but that's also something that will be helping you to feel more beautiful, and also causing a little more relaxation for you, because you are beautiful. Can you sing that song for me now, my dear? Okay, so she's not gonna come on camera, but she's gonna sing "Fear You Don't Own Me," and this is for all of us. The enemy is after the mind at this time, so we are just having stuff coming from all over the place. So I just want you to just remember that whatever is going on, and whatever the enemy puts your way, that we can all hold on to Christ, and He's there for us. All right.